Have you ever stopped to think about the roles we play in our lives? Today, we're diving into a really powerful reflection on identity that all starts with one single thought-provoking question.
So, which is it? I mean, this is a question a lot of people wrestle with at some point, right? It's not just about your relationship status, it's about who you feel you are at your core, the partner, the new family member, or the passionate connection. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. The source of this idea is really clear. None of these roles are a walk in the park. Each one has its own cost, its own unique set of trade-offs. There's just no simple, easy answer. All right, first up, let's talk about the role of the wife. This one is really defined by this constant push and pull between two huge concepts. What I find so honest about this idea is that it doesn't sugarcoat it. Being a wife isn't just about the romance, the lovey-dovey stuff. It's about weaving that love into the very real, everyday weight of responsibility. And this just lays it out perfectly. One minute, you're the romantic partner, the one who remembers the special dates. The next, you're the daily companion, the one who knows the blankets need to be washed. It's a role that's constantly balancing the poetic with the seriously practical. Okay, so what about our second role, the daughter-in-law? Man, this one is all about trying to pull off a really, really delicate balancing act. And this is where it gets tricky, right? How in the world do you fit into a family that already has its own history, its own inside jokes, its own way of doing things, without completely losing yourself in the process? I mean, talk about emotional intelligence. It's this nonstop process of reading the room, knowing when to jump in, knowing when to just laugh along, and maybe most importantly, knowing when it's best to just stay quiet. It's like being a diplomat in your own family. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's the emotional work of building a real, genuine bond with people who not too long ago were complete strangers. It's a beautiful thing when it happens, but let's be honest, it is almost never effortless. All right, on to our third role, the lover. Now this one sounds exciting, it sounds free, but it also comes with this feeling that something's not quite all there. Just think about it for a second. In this role, you get to skip all the boring, everyday stuff. There are no arguments about who left the lights on, no snoring, no dealing with someone's bad day at work. You basically get the highlight reel, the best version of that person. But that's the trade-off, isn't it? You get all the passion, all the excitement, you get to see them as this flawless person. But because of that, there's often this nagging feeling like you're only getting a piece of the story, not the whole thing. So, we've laid out these three neat little boxes: wife, daughter-in-law, lover. But here's where it all gets messy, in a good way. The reality is, nobody just stays in one box. These lines get blurry, they shift, they overlap. And look at how this plays out. A wife might have to step into the role of a lover just to keep that spark alive. A daughter-in-law can get so caught up in trying to fit in that she forgets who she even is. And the lover? Well, she might get tired of being on the sidelines and start longing for the stability of being a wife. You see, each role holds the desire for another one. Which brings us right to the heart of it all. If every single role is a compromise, and we're always sort of drifting between them, what is the real question we should be asking ourselves? We're back where we started, right? This is the big dilemma: wife, daughter-in-law, or lover. When you look at all the pros and cons, how could you possibly pick the right one? It feels impossible. And this is the twist, the big reveal. It turns out we've been asking the wrong question this whole time. The label, the title you give yourself, that's not what's really important. This is what it all boils down to. It's not about which role you have, it's about whether you can be you inside that role. Can you be your authentic, true self? Can you live with honesty and integrity no matter what title you hold? That's the real measure of a life well lived. And so that's the question I want to leave you with. Just for a second, forget the labels: wife, husband, partner, friend, whatever it is. Look at your life right now and whatever role you're in and just ask yourself, am I truly being me?